If you want to learn to make fabulous gluten-free food, you need to learn about the flour. In this video, I'll review the role of flour in baking and cooking. I'm going to show you 11 gluten-free flour blend recipes and explain what I think makes a good gluten-free flour. I've been teaching gluten-free cooking classes for 10 years, so I know that you can learn how to use gluten-free flour to make anything you want. So the role of flour in baking and cooking, it has three purposes. It's used to thicken sweet and savory sauces, soups and stews. The second thing is it coats meat or vegetables to make a breading or batter. And the third, most important one for us, is it creates structure in baking. So gluten-free bakers need to find blends that work for them, that creates structure and it has a taste they like. And that's usually the first step into gluten-free baking. So the gluten-free flour blends, let's have a look at this table of mine. It is 11 gluten-free flour blend recipes, and you can print this table. I've got a link below to go to my website and find the PDF. And once you're there, you can sign up for my email list and you'll get my best resources sent directly to your inbox. So if you look at this table, I've got it structured into four different rows. So the first row has got 2 recipes for a gluten-free flour blend that uses only 2 ingredients. In the second row, there's 3 recipes for 3 ingredient flour blends, and you'll start to notice that some of them are similar, different flours and starches, and different amounts of the same ingredients. The third row is got 3 4-ingredient flour blends, and mine is the first one. So I've written on there my EGFG flour blend, so that stands for Everyday Gluten-Free Gourmet. And over time, people asked me which recipe I was using, of course, and this is the blend that sort of took my baking to the next level, and I make most of my recipes using this blend. So you can see that. And then the third row is 5-ingredient flour blends. And you can see that there's still similarities in all the recipes, but using different amounts. And so that gives you a lot of variety. I don't use all of these recipes. I haven't tried all of these recipes, but it gives you a good idea of recipes that are out there. So when I did my year-long blog series on gluten-free flours, I was still learning, so I did a internet search and found these recipes that many gluten-free food bloggers are using. So you can try any of them that appeal to you. So why do we need blends and when not to use a blend? So there's 3 reasons. Blends make life easy. They're already mixed up. This is my blend right here. If I want to bake something, it's already ready to go. So I have a system to do that. And whether you use homemade blend or store-bought blend, it does make it easy. But we need flexibility. If you want to make things like pasta, pizza, puff pastry, or shortbread cookies, you might not want to use a blend. You might get a better result by using specific individual flours. So by setting yourself up for success, you can try anything you want. And then the third reason is substitution. So people have different dietary needs themselves or within their family, and different flours are available. And of course, with the best of intentions, we still run out of flour sometimes. So it's nice to learn to be able to substitute, and you can see what other people have combined and how you might use those ideas in your kitchen. So lastly, what makes a good gluten-free flour? That is a very individual, specific thing, and it's also individual to each recipe. So my 3 best tips for you to find what you call a good gluten-free flour is to choose a few basic recipes that you make and like over and over. So I do that with my banana bread recipe. I do it with my granola bars, pancakes, waffles, whatever it is that you make quite often. Make a point of using some different blends and comparing the taste and texture yourself. So number 2 is find a blend that works for you. So by comparing over time, you can do that because you've made the recipe so many times, you can see the difference and recognize the difference in the taste. And then the third thing, repeat, learn, and adjust. So whether you print the recipe, make your notes right on the piece of paper, or however you like to learn, don't be repeating the same mistakes. Learn each time you do, recognize the different tips and tricks. I've got posts on my new basics for gluten-free bakers, so there's lots more than the flour, but the flour is the first most important step. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I'm Cindy, the Everyday Gluten-Free Gourmet, sharing tips and recipes in my kitchen for more everyday cooking in yours. See you in the next video.